Good morning, everyone. Today we're checking out a video by More Paz about the toad that broke Australia. This video was recommended to us, and I wonder what frog it's gonna actually be. Sorry, toad, not frog. I wonder if it's gonna be the Wolverine one, the one literally designed to shatter its hands, break the skin, and just to give itself bone claws. But anyway, let's check out and see how this toad broke this Aussie.
Australia is home to some of the deadliest animals on the planet.
Yeah.
But what if I told you there's one creature they all fear? An invasive species,
Go on.
millions strong, wiping out native animals that we are locked in combat with to this very day. What kind of vile beast is capable of spreading such reckless hate?
Man.
The answer is this fat fucking toad.
Oh.
But how did this war begin?
Okay, I wasn't expecting it to be a fat toad.
Well, to answer your question, we're gonna have to go way back. The year is 1866. We are in the land down under, and our story begins the same way many tragedies do, with the British. You see, having gone hippity-hoppity, your ancestral home is now my property around 90 years back, the Brits were in full swing, rampantly colonising the country.
Yep.
Part of that included agriculture. Now, they brought with them many crops, but the important one in this story is sugarcane.
Sugarcane.
is valuable, not only for trade, but also because, well, the fucking tea isn't going to sweeten itself, is it?
Not just that, sugar can also be made into molasses.
But you see, sugarcane only grows in the heat, which ruled out the south of the country. It also likes humid environments, which ruled out Western Australia, which left them with one option. And so,
North.
the cane farmers loaded up their first Stardew Valley save in Queensland in 1866. But the farmers ran into an issue. You see, Queensland is home to these nifty little bugs called Dermalopida albahertum. These are native beetles that hit their macros by munching on plant leaves. So when cane farmers joined the Queensland Minecraft server and set up a fucking Hermitcraft-sized farm, the beetles
That is massive.
were in heaven and set to work demolishing the plant leaves.
Damn.
Now, funnily enough, the adult bugs weren't actually the problem. Sugarcane leaves hold full value. But the problem is that with such an abundant food source, the bugs started multiplying, laying their eggs around the base of the plants. These eggs hatched into larvae, and unlike the grown-ups, these little worms don't eat the leaves. They eat the roots.
Oh,
And
that's
so
bad.
the sugarcane starts getting absolutely fucking spit roasted, and the farmers can do nothing but watch.
It gets the roots, it gets the leaves, it gets the whole damn plant.
As sugarcane yield plummets through the floor along with their profits. This whole situation really pissed off the farmers, who banded together, went to the Australian government, and told them to fucking fix it. Sir, a horde of creatures is destroying the cane fields. And so the Queensland government founded the Bureau of Sugar Experimentation Stations, or the BSES, in 1900.
BSES.
This team of crack scientists then immediately set out trying to solve the very same issue every single Factorio player faces. This place is covered in bugs. They are breaking my shit. How do I violently slaughter the local wildlife in order to expand capitalism and my profit margins? The BSES pondered this question for 25 fucking years. They tried
You can't be serious. It took you 25 years?
spraying chemical insecticides. Didn't work. They tried injecting insecticides into the soil. Didn't work. They tried releasing the fucking cordyceps fungus. And it still didn't work.
Okay, that one is a little surprising.
Then, one day in the office,
I'm
while
hot.
pondering this question, someone had an idea.
How about a frog?
Okay, we are getting outmaneuvered by the cast of Bugs Life. Someone in this office, please.
No, not even the cast. You're getting outplayed by that fucking caterpillar.
Give me anything. What about cane toads? What?
Cane toads?
Cane toads. Those big fucking fat things that exist in the cane fields in Hawaii. I mean, it's a frog. They eat bugs. We just introduce an invasive species to fix a problem caused by an invasive species.
Oh,
I mean,
fuck.
what could
Okay.
possibly go wrong?
Everything!
And so, in June of 1936, 2,400 brave cane divers were deployed to the fields to deal with the arthropod menace. But there's just one small issue. Cane toads were fucking dog shit.
Oh,
Yeah, funnily
damn.
enough, big, fat, slow, ground-dwelling toads were not exactly the smartest solution to deal with beetles that spend the majority of their adult life 6 meters off the fucking ground.
Oh, us. Come on.
On top of that, cane toads don't dig for food either, so they didn't eat the larvae. Now this all sounds like information that should have come up during the research and study phase of the plan.
Yeah!
This, however, implies that there was a research and study phase.
Nope, so instead they just got 2,000 frog toads and just dumped them.
The BSES did not conduct a single fucking study on
His soulson made it
environmental
up.
impact before releasing an army of cane toads. Are you fuck?
Double
This
that and then triple
complete
it.
absence of brain cells caused a rather spectacular domino effect of ecological fuck-ups. And it's going to teach you a valuable lesson about invasive species. You see, while the cane toads barely ate what they were supposed to, they did eat. And as incredibly large omnivorous toads, they ate practically anything they could fit into their mouths. Rats,
Yeah, like that.
mice,
Lizard.
snails,
Lizard.
baby birds. It was the toad equivalent of fucking Kirby. And then, not unlike the exact problem they were brought here to solve,
They started eating sugarcane?
with all that food, they started reproducing.
Oh boy.
A lot. In
Oh,
fact,
boy.
female cane toads can lay anywhere between 8,000 to 30,000 fucking eggs per clutch.
Sweet Jesus.
But I mean, this should not be too much of a problem. Australia is home to some of the deadliest creatures on the planet. Surely, the local wildlife has this under control.
Nope. You would think.
Wait, what? Yeah, cane toads, they're poisonous. So those little bulges on the shoulder.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
those are parotid glands, and they are packed to the brim with bufotoxin. No, that's not a D's nuts joke.
Got him!
Now, whenever the adult toads are threatened, they will squirt this white, sticky fluid out of the
Oh.
glands.
Oh.
Ingested, it does two things. One, makes you trip absolute balls
Oh,
thanks
God.
to the hallucinogenic bufotenin. And two, the other ingredient, bufogen, just straight up gives you a fucking heart attack.
So you get to be high as shit before you get low as shit.
It's important to note that this toxin is also present in their eggs and tadpoles.
Oh,
now,
no.
in their natural habitat, this isn't as much of a problem because everything around them has had thousands of years to get good and deal with this fuck-ass poison build.
But by moving like 2,500 of them to Australia to where they don't have any natural predators, it destroyed the oh
either
my
developing
god.
immunity or learning to eat around the glands. But Australia is not their ecosystem.
Nope.
And despite all of the deadly animals we've got, they have had a grand total of 5 minutes to adapt to the presence of the fucking K1 toad. Now, quick question for the class. What happens to an animal population when there is nothing to eat it? It gets bigger. And
Yep.
so, shortly after being introduced, a rapidly expanding tyrannid swarm of toads began to spread across
Oh
the
my
country.
God.
BSES noticed this and did fucking
They
nothing
just said oops.
because it technically didn't affect the sugar cane. The swarm spread further, occupying all inhabitable parts of Queensland and they were laying so many fucking eggs that their clutches began polluting the waterways
Oh no!
like a bufotoxin teabag, killing native fish as well as any animals that drank from the water. The BSES
Shit.
did nothing. Those eggs hatched into tadpoles, which started killing more fish. The BSES
Still did nothing.
The swarm had advanced, breaching into the Northern Territory and New South Wales. When questioned, the BSES insisted the toads were doing their jobs and everything was fine. By the 1980s, the toads were now starving out or just fucking eating local wildlife and one-shotting anything that tried to eat them.
My
And considering,
lord.
at this point, there were 5 fucking million of them, that happened a lot. So, with
Holy
local
crap.
wildlife being absolutely fucking decimated, the BSES was forced to acknowledge that maybe, just maybe,
Listen,
Y'all fucked up.
we fucked up.
but,
Yes,
oh
you
well,
did.
everyone makes mistakes, nothing we can do about it. No, they left it for the government to clean up. Sir, a second horde of creatures has escaped the cane field.
Fuck.
Fuck! Yeah, they realised just how much damage was being done and in 1986 began funneling federal funds into controlling the population. They tried trapping and physically removing the toads, but unless they had 5 million traps, that wasn't going to do shit. Biological warfare was proposed in the form of releasing viruses and parasites, but was shot down because it would do
Yeah.
just as much damage to the native wildlife. And so, the toad front continues to advance to this day. So where does that leave us?
It's been 40 years since then.
Short answer is kind of fucked. Cane toads now threaten a total of 75 native species, and they've even
Shit.
driven populations of animals like the northern quoll to complete extinction in parts of the
Damn.
country they infest. And with the population now sitting at 200 fucking million toads, that infestation is spreading, with predictions showing they will be fucking up ecosystems in 5 states in the near future.
Oh my
and
God.
given that they have amassed a population 10 times the size of the humans in Australia, the government has completely fucking abandoned the fight for eradication.
Damn you.
Focus to harm reduction, using bait toads covered in non-lethal but unpleasant substances to try to teach local wildlife that toad bad. On top of this, the government has encouraged the broader public to, just
Stomp.
fucking kill the toads. You are supposed to do it humanely
It's time to do what Robot Chicken said and stomp the weasel. Toad.
by catching them and sticking them in a freezer for 48 hours, but, most people don't want a frog taking up their freezer space. So they just use a fucking golf club or a car.
In my car right after
Yeah,
And with
that
this
is.
being Australia, our wildlife is also putting up a fight. Keelback snakes, for example, are immune to their venom, and Ricali and magpies have learned to flip them onto their backs before getting a feed.
There you
Jokes
go.
aside,
That's pretty
you wanna know
clever.
who I feel genuinely f***ing awful for? The toads. They didn't ask for any of this shit. They just got dumped onto a random island and did their thing, and
Yeah.
now they are being actively hunted. No. The assholes in this story are the BSES and the cane growers.
Yeah.
Because you may be thinking, why were they allowed to do this shit in the first place? Well, that's the neat part. They weren't.
Oh, well,
The
of
federal
course.
government banned the f***ing idea when they came up for it in 1935,
And someone just said, nah, fuck that, we're gonna drop the toads.
based on the advice of entomologists who rightly presumed the toads would become a bigger f***ing issue than the beetles. But the BSES and the cane growers lobbied to have the ban lifted in 1936. We are stuck
Sweet Jesus.
in permanent toad combat because these dickheads looked at
Well,
scientific
dickheads.
advice and went, nah, you have got to be fucked.
Oh,
G'day.
man, I can't honestly believe that. But hey, you know what? I should believe it because humans suck. Alright everyone, that's going to be the end of today's video, and I hope you all enjoyed this. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Link to the original will be down below, and I'll see all of you next time when we flick back on. Until then, this is Fox, signing out. Peace.